days, 4 hours, and a few minutes, and then look out, world. Or should I say, Salem.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I'll be doing another episode recap for today's Days of Our Lives, December 2nd, 2024. We're in the last month of the year, guys. So this week is all about Doug sending him off properly, and like Steve rightfully put it in this scene, it is a ceremony where you're gonna see a blast from the past, a lot of surprise characters that haven't been on the show in decades. So right here we see Abe, Roman, Paulina, Steve, Kayla, and then Jack also follows through. So Jack mentions that Johnny and Chanel are watching the kids. So there, Paulina is saying that she is thankful for that because she wanted to be here to, pay her respects to Doug, being a wonderful man and all that, pillar of the community. Yeah. So Kayla also had a memory of Doug actually, fighting evil when Marlena was possessed by the devil, and he was the one that called her out on it. So, she did mention that Marlena felt bad about that, even though she wasn't in her right mental capacity and all that. She still felt bad about it, but, she was just thankful that Doug was there and all of that. So they are there, waiting on the rest of people to come. Like we said, there's some blasts from the past characters. Again, I haven't been watching the show since 1968. So a lot of, maybe my older audience would know who these, characters are, because I had to do my research on some of them because I did not know them. So our first character, blast from the past character, was Liz Chandler. So again, I haven't been watching the show since 1968. I don't know these people, but she, according to the research, she was a character in the 80s. She was one of the singers that worked at Doug's place back when it was, it was in action. So actually, the funny thing is, if you guys are into 80s music and all of that, I didn't know she was one of the singers for Friends and Lovers. You guys can actually go YouTube that, Friends and Lovers, with her and Carl Anderson. Like, I really didn't know that she was the one who sang the song. Like, I didn't pin her and then this character on the show together. But, I really love the song. So you guys can check out that song at any point on YouTube, Friends and Lovers. So anyway, she comes by Marlena's place because Marlena is also looking at the headline about Doug's funeral, and they catch up. It's been a while. They used to be really close friends. Catching up on their children and what's going on in Salem and what she's been up to, because she lives in LA and all that. So she said that she just had to come to pay her respects to Doug because Doug, there was a memory with her back in the day. And let me tell you, these people look really good back in the day, like stunning. Really, I really admire it. So she is catching up upon how Doug, was just really welcoming to her and, gave her a shot at, doing the cabaret singing at his place. So she always remember that. But she said she's looking forward to meeting, seeing all the people in Salem, but she's not looking forward to seeing Marie Horton. So I had to do my research. So according to the research, she and Marie has some bad blood over this guy, that they both love Neil Curtis. Again, I don't know these people, but, they had some bad blood, something like today with the, cat fights and the rivalry and sharing the same man and all that. So, yes, that was something like that. So the next surprise character was Marie Horton, and I did my research. It's the same original actress that played her so many decades ago. So Maggie was actually in the square, and she, happened to just stumble upon Marie, and they started catching up like Liz and Marlena was doing. So she's just really sad for Julie, because Julie is her niece, I believe, because her sister Addie, that's actually Julie's mother. So yes, so she's just there to pay her respects to Doug, and they're just reminiscing about how, you know, great of a man he was. And then they started talking about each other's relationships and back in the day. So I had to do my research, and Marie and Maggie used to, you know, like the same guy, Neil Curtis. This Neil Curtis does get along, does he? Get around. So anyways, she did offer her condolences again for Maggie losing her husband Victor, and she thanks Marie for sending the lovely flowers. And she said, if anybody can understand what Julie's going through, I can understand. And then she said, well, you lost two great loves, Mickey and Victor. So she said, yes, I was lucky to know them both. So if none of my people really know, Maggie actually was married to Mickey before Victor, but you know, Mickey passed away, so that's when she kind of like, you know, moved on to Victor. So she was Maggie Horton before Maggie Kyriakis. So that's something that I definitely did follow up on. I've been watching this for probably like 2 decades, I believe. Yes, so that's as far as I know it up to. So they started talking about her bad blood with Liz as well. And she said that, you know, Maggie saying that that's years ago, you need to like let that go, you know. And she's saying, yeah, I know I need to let that go, and I need to let go of the resentment and all that. You know, we need to just move forward, especially, you know, consider what's going on with Doug's funeral. So at this point, Liz comes into the square, and she, you know, overhears them, you know, overhears Marie saying that if she doesn't have to see Liz's face again. So Liz overhears, and Liz is saying like, well, here I am to ruin your day. So they just need to, you know, get over it, right? So the next familiar face is Steven. So this is Julie's brother, right? So this, I guess this is Addie, and I think their father was Ben Olsen, because I know Julie's maiden name was Olsen. So yes, so this is her brother. So according to Julie, he like Doug was, you know, a con artist, and you know, he was into a lot of schemes, a lot of embezzlement and all of that, right? So she's surprised to see him, and they started catching up, and you know, he is her little brother. So yes, so she has, you know, quite a lot of unfinished business with him. You know, they haven't really kept in touch apart from him texting twice a year. And she, you know, he said that when he heard about Doug, he had to just, you know, show up for her, and she's glad that he's here because she really needs his support. But she started talking about how when she set up the business, you know, he actually sold her customers fake jewelry or fake antiques and all that, and she really didn't understand that. She was really hurt by that. So he apologized, said that he's a changed man, and she said, I hope you are, because I do believe in second chances and third chances. I believe people can change for the better. You know, look at my dog. He didn't start off being a great man in the beginning, but look at him now. So she said to him that I hope you really change your ways, because my grandson Eli Grant, he's with the FBI. He's married to this tall, attractive woman and all that, and they have, you know, 2 beautiful children. So he's like, I really hope that I can get to meet them. So she's skeptical, because she said like he's with the force and all that. So, you know, I hope that you really change and you're not who you used to be. So yeah, sure there, and she believed it. So Eli and Lonnie are getting ready to go to the funeral for Doug, and Lonnie is looking over the obituary that Jack has written, and she's saying that she didn't really know much about Doug. She didn't know that he used to be, you know, a con man back in his day. All she thought about him was that he was this honest, innocent guy. But then, you know, she said, you know, everybody can change. I mean, look at me. People would never think that I did any crime and all that. So, you know, everybody has, you know, their pros and cons about them. So she also didn't know that, you know, Julie's brother was also a con man, and then, you know, he used to be married to Julie's mother. So that is something that I found out a couple years ago, that, you know, Julie's mother, Addie, is actually the mother of Hope. So Hope and Julie are technically half sisters, and they're also stepmom and stepdaughter, which is just so absurd, so weird. But this is Salem, guys. This is Days of Our Life. This is soap opera for you. But anyways, you know, they just have fond memories about Doug and how he's just, you know, worthy of celebrating. That I won't really hold you on this scene at all. So this is a familiar face that we really should know. Belle comes home from Hong Kong. She is there to support Sean in burying his grandfather and all of that. So Marlena asked her what's going on with her and Sean. So she said, we're kind of at an odd place. She has been in Hong Kong. He has been with his mom and all that. So they haven't really figured out their situation, their relationship at all. So she tells Marlena that Sean doesn't know that she's actually in town, but she's just there to support him. And they really have a lot to talk about in regards to their relationship and the status of it and all. So she also mentioned that her dad wished that he could be there, but he's on this secret mission. Of course, we know the situation behind that and the actor. So another mention of that is that I really am looking forward to how they will send off John, because he's one of the legacy actors and he has really done a lot for the soap opera. So imagine when they have the send-off, when they have the funeral for him. Listen, there will not be a dry eye in the house when that happened, because he is one of those characters that, he left a mark on the soap opera and he will definitely be missed. So Jennifer was looking at the picture of Doug and, she just was getting emotional over the picture. And Lucas just comes in. Of course, she's happy to see her little brother. And he said that he wouldn't be anywhere else. He's here to just support Julie and everybody else throughout this, sad ordeal. So they start talking about how Lucas was, he felt like he was the black sheep of the Horton family, but Doug welcomed him into the family and he just felt at home because of him. So they just reminisce about how Doug was just that kind of guy. His hugs were legendary and all of that. So of course they're just saddened by his loss and all of that. So Sierra and Sean show up and they're happy to just, be surrounded by a family. So they started catching up because remember, Sierra has been off the show for a while. She's now a mom of 2. So her youngest is a girl, she just turned 1. So now she has 2 kids. The youngest is actually named after her grandmother, Addie. So that is really cute. So they're just catching up and they also ask about when Hope is coming in. So Sean tells them that Hope would probably not make it for the funeral because she is with his dad. And you remember the last episode, he did started showing feeling in his hands, so it is a sign that he's possibly waking up. So she didn't want to just miss it and all that. So Jennifer understands that she can't leave Beau's bedside, and Julie will understand. I'm just saying, this is my dad's funeral, and I get it in a sense, but then I don't get it because this is your dad's funeral. You need to be there to send him off well. You're his daughter. Probably he doesn't have any other children, so it would be right for you to be there. But I get it with the sense that Beau probably waking up and they really are looking forward for that, and nobody else is can be there to really take care of him and all that. But it's a sticky situation, guys. So the time capsule, Sean looks back at it and Sean is saying I've heard about this thing not being able to open, and Lucas said he's been trying to open it since February and there's no luck, so they probably have to wait another 60 years, and of course they're not looking forward to that. So what's her name, Sierra comes over to try her luck at it. So they said, okay, do your luck on it, let's see, maybe not, it won't open. So she tries her luck and it's open. So I don't know what's inside of it, but I guess we're gonna find out. I will leave a clip with you guys just to show you what happened. But today's episode was really a great tribute yet again to Doug. A lot of his video montages, he was a very good looking, charismatic guy, I must say that. And I really love to see if you're into nostalgic moments and all of that, like throwbacks, this episode is for you. You see a lot of throwbacks from some of the past characters that were on the show, and they actually look lovely even today, they do. So I really am a big fan of that. And I liked how they started and ended the episode with clips of Doug actually coming to Salem and his whole history with that. So that is it, guys. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys tomorrow for an all-new recap. Comment below your thoughts on today's episode. Bye.
Patient, wait another 60 years to find out.
No, you're actually not going to have to wait that long. It was a piece of cake.